So you're a giant in Jotunheim. Congratulations. You live in the worst neighborhood in the 9 realms, or at the mountain rings. You didn't ask to be born here. Actually, you weren't born at all. You condensed from the sweat of a dead god, Ymir, the first being, the titan whose corpse became the very ground you walk on. In 1892, Alexander Gleason published this map, a projection where the Antarctic isn't a continent, but a massive ice barrier. But what if we extend it? Beyond that wall lies the mountain ring. Past that barrier, the second ring of lands begins. And in that ring, something is rotting. Jotunheim, a realm hidden not by distance, but, as many believe, by frequency. And once you cross it, you realize your home is Ymir's rotting flesh, and the gods who killed Ymir and built their shiny city of Asgard from his bones, they hate you. Not because you did anything, but because you exist. Welcome to Jotunheim, and here's why it absolutely sucks to be here. 6 curses you can't escape. Curse 1. You live in a corpse. Your entire realm is a decaying corpse. When Odin and his brothers slaughtered Ymir, they harvested the prime matter to format Midgard. His flesh became the earth, his blood the oceans, his bones the mountains. But Jotunheim is the scrap heap, the unprocessed meat, the rot that refused to take shape. This land is constantly dying. The ground shifts biologically. Valleys are wounds reopening. Mountains are tumors hardening under a sky made of Ymir's own brain. The eternal snow isn't weather. It's neurochemical frost leaking from the clouds. The atmosphere pulls outward instead of pressing down. Negative pressure tries to tear you apart. Every breath feels like drowning in reverse. Curse 2. The gods keep invading. The gods won't leave you alone. You didn't start this war. They slaughtered Ymir, built Asgard from his remains, and drowned your ancestors in his blood. Yet you are the villain. Every few decades, Thor invades simply because he is bored. Remember Utgard, where your king humiliated him? Thor tried to drain a horn connected to the entire ocean. He couldn't finish it. He left defeated. But you knew he'd return. And when he did, you felt it before you saw him. The air pressure shifted. Your form started flickering. Because when Thor is angry, the realm destabilizes, and you're made of the realm. He came to burn Utgard. You didn't run. You dissolved. 1 second you were standing, the next you were mist, then mountain, then nothing. Your only defense is to stop existing whenever the gods are angry. Curse 3. You don't actually have a body. You're not really alive. Giants don't reproduce. You have no parents and no childhood. You are a biological side effect, condensed from Ymir's sweat. You are not a person. You are a process. When a god strikes you down, you don't die. You just de-manifest. You dissolve back into the landscape. One moment you are speaking, the next you are a glacier, a mountain, or a storm. You have no control. This is why giants always return, no matter how many Thor slaughters. You are not individuals. You are instances of a recurring pattern. Your consciousness is conditional, a temporary manifestation of a dead god's failing immune system. Curse 4. The Asgardians are stealing your stuff. The gods keep stealing from you, then act offended when you resist. Odin sacrificed his eye to Mimir's well for knowledge. That well is on your territory. You could poison it. Pour Ymir's rot into the water. Watch Odin's eye dissolve like flesh in acid. Blind the All-Father to the future. But you don't. Not because you're merciful, but because you know what would happen. Asgard would empty. Every god, every warrior would pour into Jotunheim like a flood. They wouldn't stop at burning cities. They'd burn the corpse itself. And you would dissolve into nothing. So the eye stays. A hostage neither side can afford to kill.
Curse 5. You're building the apocalypse, and you can't stop. You're being framed for the end of the world. The ship Naglfar is assembling itself from the fingernails of the dead. Why nails? Because keratin doesn't rot. It's the only material that survives the fire that will consume the gods. You can see it sometimes when the mist parts. A hull rising from the ice field, skeletal ribs made of keratin. It grows whether you watch it or not. Every corpse buried with uncut nails adds another sliver. When it is complete, Ragnarok begins, and you will be blamed. But you aren't building it. Loki will captain it, and Hel will fill it. Yet the sagas will call you the destroyers. Curse 6. Eternal isolation. No one will ever visit you. Not because they don't want to. They can't. They reach the Ifing River and they stop. It never freezes because it is not water. It is liquid time. If you dipped your hand into it, your hand would age 1,000 years while your heart beats only once. The skin would wither, the bones would crack, the flesh would fall away before you could scream. Those who try to cross will desynchronize, their timelines collapsing until they remember their own deaths before they are born. The river doesn't flow forward, it flows sideways, spreading causality like a spilled drink. On the flat Earth maps beyond the mountain ring, you're somewhere mortals can't perceive. Not a distance problem, a frequency problem. Jotunheim overlaps their world, vibrating at a different causality. Mortals aren't tuned to survive it. It sucks to be a giant in Jotunheim. You didn't choose to exist, yet here you are, enduring within Ymir's leftovers, trying to inhabit a realm that was never meant to be habitable. The gods killed your god and built a kingdom from his corpse. You are waiting in the cold and watch Asgard burn bright in the distance. But you also know this. When Ragnarok comes, when Naglfar sails and the skies crack open, Asgard will burn. And for one brief moment, you'll finally feel the heat. There are other realms beyond the mountain ring, each one stranger than the last. Subscribe to witness them all. See you in the next world.